New York Giants football is so back. The Giants and the Lions, they wrapped up their first joint practice today. It was chippy, it was physical, and it was the most fun practice the Giants have had this summer, and we're going to react to it on today's show. Giants-Lions, it was fight night. It was fight after fight. Joe Shane got in the mix. Daniel Jones got in the mix. And we're going to break it down. We got some videos as well. It was also really good to see Malik Nabers beat somebody else in receiving drills besides the Giants DBs. He was cooking the Lions all practice long, as was Brian Burns. There's been a lot of thoughts and expectations of what he may do this year, and we got a sneak peek today as he was whooping up on the Lions offensive line. And did the Giants offensive line actually look good against the Detroit Lions pass rush? I think they did. We'll talk about it. But first, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. It is game week. And we are taking on Lions Talk, hosted by my guy, Micro Mike. And as you know, here at Chat Sports, we are all about competition. Not only do I want to beat the Lions in joint practices, I also want to beat them this Thursday, but I want to take them down in subscribers added this week. So if you love the Giants and you want to beat the Lions this week, go down right now and smash that big red subscribe button. You're watching Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. We're going to react to everything Giants training camp as there was fight after fight after fight. Shout out to my guy, the Giant Take Pod on X. Go give him a follow. He has given me credit to use all of these videos. Major shout out to him. I really appreciate it, and I want you guys to go show him some love. It was fight after fight. And as you can see, Jared Goff, he found Amon-Ra St. Brown. And after that, that was the first one of the day as there was multiple. Daniel Jones even got in on the action later. But what I loved the most was just that the Giants did not back down. Last year, when the Lions and the Giants had their joint practices, it felt like the Lions were the more physical team. The Lions were the one that punched the Giants in the mouth. And today, not only, and I love Brian Burns hyping up the fans right there after that fight. That's what I'm talking about, Brian Burns. Giants football is back. But I'm just happy with the way that they responded. They did not back down. I feel like the Lions came into today's practice thinking that it was going to be a little bit sweet, and it absolutely was not. You seen Dane Belton right there knock the ball out of Amon-Ra St. Brown's hands. Then it was Isaiah Simmons right in the mix. Andrew Phillips not backing down. The Giants showed some grit. They showed some fight today, and that's what you love to see. A lot of people think this football team is soft, and we saw today that they did not back down, and they were ready to get in the face of the Detroit Lions. I mean, this is the first time that the Giants have actually got to hit somebody besides their teammates, and I can tell you this much. Anybody that has ever strapped it up that's played football before, that first time you get to hit somebody else with a different jersey is always fun, and you're always going to make the most of it. I was proud to see that the Giants did not back down, and you know what? I'm just going to come out and say it. The Lions are a bad bunch of fake tough guys. They absolutely are, man. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he is a clown. What are you doing? Trying to get physical? Hold the football. That's a turnover. Then he tries to get chippy with Dane Belton. He doesn't back down. Simmons is there. Andrew Phillips is there. The Giants were in the mix all day long. And for the first time this offseason, today felt different for the Giants. The Giants felt like a team that were tired of the noise, tired of being criticized. The worst roster by PFF, the second worst roster in the NFL by ESPN. Today, they stood up to the task of playing a team that had a deep playoff run last year, and they did not back down. And as a coach, Brian Daboll, yeah, you don't love that there were so many fights. You want to be able to actually work on things and get things done against a different team and get a new look. But I know Brian Daboll behind closed doors is like, I'm proud of my football team today. Those dudes, they are some fighters, and I'll go to war with them any single day. The thing that popped off the page to me, Andrew Phillips, the rookie slot corner out of Kentucky, and Nick McLeod, they were about the smoke. It seemed like any fight that broke out, because there was like 15 of them today, number 22, Andrew Phillips, was in the thick of it. I think that's because Amon-Ra St. Brown was trying to bully him a little bit, and Phillips, he's not that guy. He's not someone that's going to back down, and if you're going to play slot, if you're going to play corner in the NFL, you got to have a little bit of a different mindset. You've got to be wired a little bit different up there, and I love the swag and the confidence that Phillips and McLeod are bringing to the New York Giants secondary. Jordan Renan of ESPN tweeted this out today, and he was one of, it seems like every single beat reporter had a tweet like this. We even saw tweets from Lions beat reporters saying this is the most physical practice I have ever seen. Renan says it was the best atmosphere for a Giants practice since I started covering the team in 2013. High intensity, scrums all over the place, endless live drills. Coaches plus sidelines seem to embrace it. Michael Strahan, Tom Coughlin, Chris Canny, Victor Cruz, and Sean O'Hara, plus more on the sideline, taking it in. Giants legends on the sideline, and they looked like they were trying to do their best memorable impression of the Giants' good old days right there. Giants football is so back. It is back. I've been a little pessimistic this offseason, but today I felt a little fire inside my chest. I felt what the Giants players felt out there as well, and we just have Monday night, Tuesday night, and Wednesday night, 3 more sleeps until we get to see this team take on the Lions in the first preseason game, which means the regular season is right around the corner. If you're ready for the NFL season to get going, if you are excited to spend your Sundays yet again cheering on Big Blue, go down right now and smash that like button. Smash it like the Giants did to the Lions today. Coming up next, we got to talk about Malik Nabers. We've got some highlights as well. Brian Burns was in the backfield making play after play. And Daniel Jones, who got in the thick of it today, part of the brawl. That's my quarterback, man. That's my quarterback. We'll talk about that in a second. But first, I got to let you guys know about our proud sponsor, Game Time, the #1 ticketing app in the game. And when you use the promo code ChatSports, they're going to give you $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. If you like saving money and you like, getting deals and you want to have the best user experience with these ticketing apps, download Game Time. You get the best seats for the lowest price guaranteed. Prices actually drop as the events get closer, and you get last-minute tickets and flash deals. If you're a procrastinator like me, or you don't like spending your money until you absolutely have to, Game Time is the app for you. Game Time is going to let you know when the best deals and the best prices are happening for the seats that you've checked out. I love that you get to have a view from the seat inside the app when you're trying to decide which tickets to buy. And yeah, you get the lowest price guaranteed. I've used all of the ticketing apps out there before, and none of them come close to the user experience of easiness and the ability just for the app to help you save money than Game Time. You want to go to a Giants game, you want to go to a concert, theater event, you want to catch a Knicks game, a Mets game, or a Yankees game before the summer ends, do it with our proud sponsor, Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use the promo code ChatSports for $20 off your first purchase. That is ChatSports, that's ChatSports, $20 off your first purchase where terms do apply. I'll make sure all that information is down in the comments and description of today's show. Also, I just want to give another shout out to my guy, the Giant Take Pod on X. Go give him a follow, show him some love. He's been at every single Giants training camp practice, and he's keeping Giants fans in the loop. Malik Nabers, though, he's the real deal, man. There was a lot of thoughts coming out of the first 2 weeks of Giants training camp of, is he only doing this because he's going up against Cordell Flott? Is he only doing this because Trey Hawkins is guarding him? We saw him today make play after play after play against the Detroit Lions secondary that got better this past offseason. It was good to see him beat somebody else besides Cordell Flott. There was this one play where he was lined up in the right slot, and he just runs a deep corner route, and he goes up, high points the ball. Tony toe tap on the sideline, hauls it in, and it was a catch. You can go check that video out on my Twitter, but it was a nasty contested catch near the goal line for Malik Nabers. The ref called it incomplete, but as more videos came out, it was very obvious that Malik Nabers toe tap, catch, hold, and he maintained possession. First down, Giants. It would have been first and goal for Big Blue after that. Malik Nabers, man, he is the real deal. And I'm honestly cool with just putting him on ice until week 1. We see what he can do. We know he's one of the best players already on this team. And I think I've seen enough. I'm ready to see him do it week 1 against the Minnesota Vikings. It was also really good to see Daniel Jones play today. This is the first time since week 9 against the Las Vegas Raiders last season when he tore his ACL where he got to be in live competition going up against another team And I thought Daniel Jones had one of his best practices of the offseason. He was throwing darts out there. He looked comfortable in a live setting. And I think so much of coming back from a torn ACL is mental. And it was great to see Daniel Jones hang in that pocket with bodies falling around down his feet and near his knees, and it did not faze him. He stayed in the pocket, throwing dart after dart, had a great deep pass to Jalen Hyatt in 7-on-7. He found Nabers time and time again. An awesome pass to Theo Johnson, who had a nice run after the catch in 11-on-11 drills. Good to see DJ look comfortable, and he continues to get better and better as each practice goes on. Connor Hughes, who covers the New York Giants, tweeted this out. I had Daniel Jones 12 of 17 in Giants practice today during the full team period and 7 of 8 in the 7-on-7 period. Thought he looked good. The only blemish being a near interception when Carlton Davis jumped a curl route. The highlight was the long Malik Nabers catch. The Giants offense held up really well versus a good Lions team. Offensive line play really stood out to me. The receivers are open too. Let's talk a little bit about the defense as well. Brian Burns. I feel like a lot of Giants fans have kind of, I don't want to say disrespected Brian Burns, but aren't giving him the credit and the recognition and the love that he deserves. This guy is a team changer on the defensive side of the ball, and he is a game wrecker. And the Lions offensive line, they got an up-close and personal look at that today. I counted 3 different tackles for loss for Brian Burns when I was going through different highlights of people that were at Giants training camp today. He was in the backfield time and time again, and he was doing it against the Lions offensive line that is regarded as one of the best in the NFC, let alone the National Football League. The heartbeat of this football team is going to be on the defensive line. Brian Burns, Dexter Lawrence, and Kayvon Thibodeau, they should dominate on Sundays. We know the CB2, CB3 battle for the Giants is going to be very important, but if 0, if 5, and 97 can continuously put pressure on opposing quarterbacks, it's going to make the defensive back's job a whole lot easier. From D-line to O-line, the offensive line, I thought they held up really well, man. It was really good to see Daniel Jones not just have confidence, but when he hit his back leg and his drop and he hitched up, there was a nice little pocket around him, man. And I don't remember the last time I got to see Giants football with a pocket like that. Today, there were multiple times where Daniel Jones had time to throw, survey the field, go from read to read. He looked good. And you know what? We didn't get to see a lot of it last year. But that dude, number 78, that left tackle for the New York Giants, Andrew Thomas is a beast, man. He is a dog to the definition of the word. He is so damn good at football. He just doesn't get beat. It's unbelievable. He is so good at protecting the blind side of Daniel Jones. And I do think having him there, hopefully the entire season with no injuries, knock on wood, is going to really elevate the play, not just of this team, but help out Daniel Jones as well. I can't wait for tomorrow's practice. You end today's practice, fight after fight. The grit of this team was on display, and I can't wait. Back at it tomorrow. Giants, Lions, joint practice. I'm sure Daboll and Dan Campbell are talking right now like, hey, man, we can't have this many fights tomorrow. We got to get actual looks out there. But like I said earlier, behind closed doors, I know Brian Daboll is damn proud of the way his team played today, fought, and stood up to the challenge. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel. We're going to be live on Thursday for Giants Lions preseason game number 1. We'll be live an hour before kickoff, and I want to see every single person there. So subscribe, turn your notifications on, and join us Thursday night for preseason game number 1. And if you haven't yet, give me a follow over on social media. I'm tweeting, I'm posting all day, every day about Big Blue at @MarshallGreen_ Twitter, Instagram. Hit me up over there, and let's go G-Men.